Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark. Oh my god, back with another video, and I literally just took a shower. My day has been get up, stay up insanely late, talking to my friend, literally pretty much up until this episode came out. Shouts to Kickass. We talked about many things and just had fun like we do, but we talked about RWBY a lot. That was probably the main topic of discussion leading into this episode. But we also, but then after that, I got a little bit of sleep, and then I put a big ass shelf together. Book. I don't even know what to call it, but it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. It's pretty cool looking. It's not going to go in this room. I have a much shittier shelf that I'm using for my anime stuff. But it actually is something in the main room over there. But it's really cool shelf, and it was really annoying because like it was from some Chinese company or whatever, and there were no instructions. And yeah, that was a bit of a hassle, but it's really cool. So I worked on that. Then I got some McDonald's because fuck cooking for a while. I'm still gonna make some chicken marsala later. That'll be good. But I just didn't want to bother for lunch, especially because it was already late. And I just took a shower, and in that shower, literally the entire time, I also like played a game for like an hour or whatever, just relaxing a bit. But most of my day has been thinking about RWBY or working on a shelf. Weird combination, but you know how it goes sometimes. That's how we're spending Saturdays, I guess. I mean, pandemic, except we're slowly getting out of the pandemic. You know, hype for that. Jesus Christ. I don't know what my record is for talking pre-episode chatter. I don't know if I've ever gone like 20 minutes in a pre-episode chatter. I know I've gone over 10 quite a few times. I am shaking inside. I don't think I'm actually shaking outside. I think I look pretty calm, but I am shaking inside. Like my chest, kind of, just below my chest, kind of, not really my stomach. I don't know. I just, honestly, my entire like torso, abdomen, just the whole thing is just like, ugh. Because we're about to watch RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 14, the V8 finale, the final word, and there's so much that I have to say about this. So the episode is 23 minutes and 16 seconds. The credits are probably around 5 minutes, and the OP is about 90 seconds. So you can basically skim off about 6.5 minutes. Let's just say 17 minutes left in the volume of content. That's what I'm thinking, more or less. Now, whether there's an end credit scene or not, we don't know, because V7 didn't have one. I'm predicting there will be, but depending on what the end note of this is, I don't know. So much to say. There's so much to say. Oh man, where do I begin? Last reaction was an hour and 25 minutes. I don't think there's no way this video is longer than my reaction to 13, and that was mainly because Yang died, or did she? And what the fuck? So here's the thing. I feel like most of the people that I like watched videos about talking about this episode did not think Yang died, and obviously, I had my initial thought of like, oh, the girl through the world, but like, I've thought about so many things. I've thought about the similarities between the visuals for Pyrrha and Yang at the end of the V3 and V8 OPs. I've thought about, songs in different contexts, RWBY OSTs. I've thought about so many things. And it's like so fucking strange, because no matter how much I think about it, I'm stuck on like the stupidest things. I'm stuck on she freaking disintegrated, and I just feel like that visual is something that they really saved to emphasize the fact that a character is gone. I'm stuck on the fact that random people fell into the hole when Cinder first made her move. And it would be super awkward for Yang and all these random people to be in whatever void dimension nonsense this void could be. There's all these things that are just like running through my head, and I'm just thinking like, but on the flip side, do I believe that this show, and RT and RWBY, whatever you want to refer to it as, do I believe they have the balls to kill Yang? I don't know. I really don't. It's hard to tell. Like, they have a history of killing off major characters, but they really have not killed off a character I mean, obviously, no character on the level of Yang has ever died in the show, so you're on a new precedent. They've really only ever teased it once. That was Weiss in V5. It didn't happen. There's the whole Bumblebee thing, and suddenly the fact that they haven't gotten together yet honestly makes more sense if Yang's dying. There's so many things here. And here's the thing, believe it or not, I have so much to say about this finale and where it's going that has nothing to do with Yang's death. But Yang's death is like so important because if it happens, everything changes in the show, especially as it pertains to RWBY, and obviously Blake as well, and even Weiss. But RWBY, honestly, even though obviously Blake got more of the focus there because obviously RWBY was still right by Neo and all that, and Blake was kind of a bit more free to do the sauce, and obviously you have the Bumblebee moment there, potentially the final Bumblebee moment of Blake trying to save Yang and just coming up just a tiny bit short. It's so great though because it's like Blake's going to have the guilt of if I was a second faster I could have saved her, but RWBY is going to have the guilt of not only did her sister die, her sister died saving her, which is going to make it so much worse. There's so much good. Oh, there's so much good here. There's so much good here. I'm freaking out again. I can't believe it. I've been calm all day. I've been thinking about this episode like crazy. And then once I started the camera, it was like blah, 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 blah. I'm so excited for this. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this. Cinder is amazing. Cinder's character arc has finally come around. They've really built this development this season. I feel like it's really come to a place where I am probably in the best place. I think there was a point much earlier in the series where I liked Cinder more, but I don't think Cinder has ever been as viable of a true, like, amazing, like, I feel like her writing has never been as viable for the role that she plays in the series as it is now. Watts is a god. Watts is one of the best characters in the series, period. Neo is Neo, so that's that. But, Neo and RWBY is still a conflict. Oscar, Ren, and Nora and Jean. I don't actually know if Nora might actually still be in there. Oh God, now I'm forgetting stuff. But a few of them. No, it was like Oscar, Ren, and Emerald. I don't even think Jean was part of that. I think it was Oscar, Ren, and Emerald who are in Vacuo, and they're done. They're in Vacuo. They have no part to play in this. The only thing that they can do is try their best to protect the citizens that are coming through the Vacuo portal from the Grimm that are literally kidnapping motherfuckers and probably killing them as well. Okay, so I can't believe I'm saying this. I've, like, so many people have tried to convince me out of this. I still feel like Yang just died last episode, and I know that there's so much foreshadowing that says otherwise, whether it's the whole, Yang is a potato, Yang is the main character, one of the main characters, she's the Y in RWBY, there's that, of course, but also, let's go beyond that. There's also the girl who fell for the world, like I said. There's been all this kind of like foreshadowing to the fall, but this volume has been foreshadowing. This volume has been foreshadowing something like this. Someone like this, maybe not on that level, would die. And I even thought Weiss was my pick if a main character was going to die, if one of the four was going to die, but Yang was number 2. It was definitely Weiss, then Yang, then Blake, then RWBY, and I thought Weiss and Yang were really close. Blake was, I just couldn't picture a Blake death. And then RWBY was, of course, incredibly unlikely, like basically 0. There's so much here. Is Mantle going to get nuked by Ironwood's bomb thanks to Watts? Because Watts, you have to remember, the bomb is armed. Watts is autopiloting or remote piloting, remote controlling. I don't know how to say it, but he is in control of the ship while Hare and Crow are fighting. And it's like, and I've thought about it, and like the 4 characters involved in that: Crow, Robin, Harriet, Vine. Well, let's see. The way I've classified it, Harriet and Vine are low tier deaths. If they die, that wouldn't be surprising. Robin, medium tier death. They've really built her up as more of a character. She's someone that I've actually really liked quite a bit. She absolutely could die. Crow would be the only high tier death, but I will say among the high tier death candidates, he's like, him, Ren, and Nora have been like the 3 high tier death candidates that have been on the death plagues for seasons now. So it really wouldn't shock me if all 4 of them died, as well as pretty much damn near everyone in Mantle in the process, because that's the other thing. I have this picture of like eventually Ruby, Weiss, and Blake after all the shit ending up through the portal, and then fucking like half the people, if not more, of the few people that have even gotten through are already just gone because the Grimm have taken them, and it's just like an absolute shitstorm. And I just love that thought, and there's just so much here. Then there's the wild card of Salem. I honestly think the end credit scene will be Salem. It could be, obviously it could be Yang if that's the direction they go. There also might not be an end credit scene because in V7 I feel like the last scene of V7 was so powerful that an end credit scene would have just taken away from that last scene that was so good. With the big Salem, Salem is here, winter is coming, but like mommy is coming. She is coming, and I am okay with that. Let's just say that. There's so much here. God, there's so much. Like, I had so much more than what I'm saying, and it's just leaving me because I'm recording, and it's like, it's nerve-wracking. It's crazy. It's crazy because it's like, it really is so natural for me to be talking in front of a camera, but this is one of the, oh man, but when I'm like this excited and nervous and excited, because it's this weird thing, right, where it's like, I do really like Yang. She's probably... Oh man, is she my favorite of the main four? No, I think it's definitely Weiss. I mean, like Weiss, I haven't been the biggest fan of Weiss the last volume or so, but Yang is really fun, and I've always loved Yang, and she's such an iconic character for the series, and I would be super fucking bummed out if she died, but I've talked about this before, and if you guys are very familiar with my reactions, I love it when a show stabs me in the chest. I want to cry. I want to feel pain. I think the best shows are the shows that get out those emotions out of me. And this show, I think by the end of this episode, we're going to have our answer. I don't think, let's say, like either Ruby, Weiss, and Blake fall into the pit, sure, and then they're all in the pit, so then, yeah, they're going to all be alive, obviously. But if they're all not in the pit, right, if Ruby, Weiss, and Blake, are gone, and we don't see Yang this episode, I think Yang's dead. Like, I don't see, Volume 9 starting with a Yang scene after us not getting any confirmation of Yang being alive in this episode. And I think the confirmation for me would either be the other three falling into the pit, because obviously they're not going to kill all four of them, or if they actually just straight up show Yang. And I don't think the latter will happen. I really don't think we'll see Yang this episode unless they've fallen into the pit. It's like an end credit scene. I don't think Yang... God, Yang is dead. Yang is dead. Oh, man. It's so weird, right? Because depending on how they do it, there is the whole Raven factor. If she's not dead, can Raven portal her? There's so many things in play with this. It's so wonderful. But there's and then the other thing is there's so much going on, and we have 17 minutes to resolve the volume, and this is a point of focus that me and Kick-Ass have been on when we've been discussing this upcoming episode. And I haven't even gotten to the title, Jesus Christ. But it's like, I'm so curious what the end point is, and to what degree they can actually resolve the current conflicts in the amount of time they have in this episode. Essentially a regular episode of RWBY V8, since pretty much all the episodes of RWBY V8 were pretty much the same length within a relatively negligible couple minutes. There's a couple minute variation between the shortest and longest episodes of RWBY V8 when you exclude the fact that this episode is going to likely have 5-minute credits. Another thing I want to mention, if I didn't mention already, I mute the credits in my reaction. I do not listen to the song in the credits. The reason why is I want to be as blind as possible for my Volume 8 soundtrack reaction. So I always mute the credits when I watch them. So there will be no audio in the credits. It's very annoying when I try to watch reactions because obviously most reactors let the music play. But I will be muting the soundtrack for the end credits theme for V8 because I want my proper blind reaction to that song to be my Volume 8 soundtrack reaction. I don't want to have actually heard that song prior, and I like to go in blind with the lyrics so I don't I just understand everything first time, and then I kind of do my blind reaction and breakdown to the song. So I will be muting that. The title, The Final Word. This is so cool. So this is they pulled something that I've seen before in Infinity Train. For any of you who are Infinity Train fans, ironically, I will I'm not sure exactly when, but those are going to be, Infinity Train is going to be one of the early re-uploads. Book 3 was on this channel, but Book 1 and Book 2 are going to be one of the early re-uploads. Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss will be the first, because Sunday re-uploads start the day after this video, on Sundays starting, April 4th. But one of the Infinity Train Book 1 and Book 2 will be early re-uploads. But Infinity Train, in the first season, every episode was called The Something Car. And then the last episode of the season still referred to a location, but it was not the something car. And since then, that trend has continued in each book, where one episode was not the something car, and then, but in the first book, they had this set formula of what the episodes were called. And then the last episode did this cool thing where it soft broke the formula, but it still actually filled the formula. RWBY has done the same thing with Volume 8's titling pattern, where every episode had a one-word title, but the final title is the final word. It's a in technical sense, it's a 3-word title, but the title literally referring to a single word, the final chapter of V8. What is the final word? Death, destruction, fear. Those are the 3 words that I think are most likely. I don't think it's fear. I think that I only mentioned that because it was a big theme in V8, and it's still a theme of V7, but it's still a theme of V8, and it's not been a title they've used. Death and destruction. I say destruction because there's a lot of destruction going on, but amidst all this, they're also going to Vacuo, where the relic of destruction is in its vault at Shade Academy. So destruction, I feel like, has kind of like a cool double meaning, but I think an even simpler title. Now, destruction would kind of be my prediction, but I will say an even simpler word is death. Now, death, Yang, but also whoever else dies in this. I think at minimum one other character, regardless of whether Yang died or not. I think at minimum we have one death this episode, and I think the most likely death is Winter or Ironwood. I think Winter v. Ironwood is going to be one of the things we focus on this episode, and I am predicting someone will die. My guess is Ironwood, but I could also see Ironwood killing Winter, but I think Winter's going to kill Ironwood. But I definitely think one or the other is probably going to die in this fight. Maybe even both, but I doubt that. I do think Ironwood's going to die. I feel like his story arc has kind of reached that peak where he is going to die. But I could potentially see him killing Winter. But I think Winter is going to kill Ironwood. Harriet's probably going to die one way or another. But the question is Crow, Robin, and Vine going to die? I kind of have a weird feeling they might as well. Penny could potentially die. I think a lot of people think that just because she just became a human, she's not going to die. I honestly would almost argue that if anything, that's almost like a bit of a pseudo red herring, and that actually in no way, shape, or form saves her. If anything, they could be baiting you with that, making you think that she's safer than she is, because it does feel like Cinder is absolutely going to succeed, and her main goal is, at this point, is to get the Winter Maiden power. Obviously, she wants the staff and the lamp as well. I mean, she has the lamp currently, but, whatever. But she obviously wants the staff as well. And while I think getting the staff would be pretty nice, she obviously is after the power, and I feel like with the way they built her character, it feels like she's going to succeed here. So I think there's a good chance that Penny could also die. So that just tells you, because last episode was insane, and that was not even the finale. So potentially the finale is going to be even worse. So we'll see. I feel like I have more to say, but we're also coming up on 20 minutes in the video. And I really don't, we just got to like 19, I think. And I really don't want to keep just going on and on about all my predictions, but I have so many things that I'm thinking of. Maybe in Vacuo they end up getting some help from Team Coffee, Team Sun. I still need to read the books. Holy shit, do I need to read the books. Especially when I own them. But, the first one, I actually still have not ordered the second one. I need to get on that. But, I am super excited for this, and I think, here's the thing, I feel like there's ways that they could do the Yang being alive thing, and it'll actually be incredibly interesting, but I just can't escape it. I have a gut feeling, and I know a lot of people don't At least, well, I mean, at the time, obviously, at the time I'm recording this, most of you guys have probably already seen the episode because I'm recording this on, Saturday night. But, the previous Saturday night, obviously, the day it came out. But honestly, I have a gut feeling she's dead. And I don't know, I just can't shake this gut feeling that Yang died. And this episode is going to solidify that fact, but also other shit's going to go down. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's watch RWBY, Volume 8, Chapter 14, the Volume 8 finale. One final word, or is it the final word? I think it's the final word. Let me get this right. I'm not going to mess this up. The final word. 23-minute, 16 episodes. So again, factor in 5-minute-ish credits. It's going to be a pretty normal length episode of RWBY for V8. Jesus Christ, I am like, dude, I literally will, dude, if I have like full confirmation that Yang is dead, I'm probably going to yell out in excitement and then start break down into tears. Like, legitimately, I feel like that's the type of reaction I'm going to have. I don't feel like I'm going to cry, though, so I think the only thing that would get me to cry is if something I don't see happens that's like insane. Penny dying would actually really hurt, because in V3 I wasn't the biggest Penny fan. I thought she was cool, whatever. I've actually fallen in love with Penny in the last 2 volumes, so if Penny dies I'd be so sad. But I don't know, this volume has been built up to be such an important volume in the series, and I feel like they're right there, and they just need to wrap it up in a way that just works. And man, there's so much conflict they got to wrap up. Or do they? Maybe we're going to get some type of wild cliffhanger. I don't know. Jesus Christ, I don't know. Let's watch Volume 8, Chapter 14 of RWBY. The final word in 3, 2, 1, and play. Oh my God. Content warning. This episode contains themes of death that may be distressing for some viewers. No way. There is no way. Themes of death that may be distressing for some viewers. We've seen death in the show. Do not. Oh my God. There's no way I predicted it. There's no way RWBY. There's no way. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm probably overreacting. If anything, this probably means that Yang actually died. Oh my God, that's, oh my God, what does this content warning mean? Holy shit. Okay, I'm actually getting emotional here. I'm not quite crying, but I'm sure I've said this on camera, but I have the theory. Weiss and Blake fall down the hole. RWBY doesn't. Then she jumps down the hole to commit suicide. But you don't actually die. It is like another dimension thing. So she tried to commit suicide, but then she isn't actually dead, because obviously all 4 of them survived. And that would give her, that would just add so much to that character. But it would also give her a morbid parallel with our main antagonist, Salem, since Salem obviously tried to commit suicide in her story. That's what my mind jumped to, because it contains themes of death that may be distressing for some viewers. They have never used this warning, and they have killed characters. Now, I get that this volume, they've been a bit more into the content warnings. They've had 2 seizure warnings in chapters 10 and 13. But this is a content warning. The only thing I remember kind of like that was that in the second half of V3, there was a message posted by I think it was some RWBY member. I can't remember. It's been so long. I want to say it was like maybe Gray back then. It was a long time ago. But someone posted that the show was going to get darker, and there was kind of a viewer discretion is advised kind of thing. But this is something else. All right, let's do it. Holy shit. Holy shit. We are getting the OP, right? There is an OP, right? We don't have an OP yet. I mean, they always have an OP, right? Okay, we do have an OP. Oh my God. That content warning has me even more excited for this episode. Oh, Yang. Oh, Yang. Jesus Christ. I can just imagine the goddamn Yang death songs if she really did die. Like, Jesus Christ. You know how many songs we have about Pyrrha dying? Christ. I do think we see Salem in this episode, probably in the end credits. I think Salem will be the end credits scene. But again, if they fall in the hole, it might not be. But oh man, I don't know. That leads our way home, we'll finally clear. I'm not even singing in the finale. That's how distressed I think I am. Some roses will never bloom. Some dreams will rot on. And here comes the line. Some lives will end much too soon. The most direct line that people were gonna die in this volume. And that's the other thing. If Yang isn't done, sometimes it's worth it all to risk the fall and fight for every life. And obviously that is very fitting given where the last episode and possibly this episode are going. Oh. Oh. Oh, the Grim. Oh, are we starting with Salem? Holy shit, we're starting with Salem. Oh my god. Well, I was not expecting this. I thought she would be the end credit scene. I did not think she would be the opener. Okay, here we go. Winter, Ironwood. I figured this would be a focus, and I am predicting Ironwood dies. But I also think Winter might die. Come on, Winter. I love Ironwood and Winter. Yeah.
You closed the borders.
Yeah.
Squeeze mantle until
Yeah.
it broke.
Yeah. Yeah. She's right. And I think there were a lot of logical decisions by Ironwood, but obviously he went over the deep end in the process.
What's best for Remnant, and no one is grateful.
Jesus! Oh, that was nice. All right, back to Penny Cinder. Obviously, another focus fight, maiden battle. More of a proper maiden battle now that Penny isn't also a robot cyborg meme. And there's the Grim Hand. Ah, nice. Weiss for the win. You guys have got to get Penny out of there. Yeah.
Weiss.
Priority one.
All she's ever wanted is the maiden power. I can buy you all time.
Oh God.
Penny.
Jesus! Christ! Okay, that wasn't an aura destruction. It looked like. Oh man, Cinder has been so baller. Oh yeah, the staff is very important.
I'm what you want.
I want it all.
Yeah, that is true. Jesus! Yep, there's Blake. Yep, there's Blake, and Blake made the right choice. She might be in rage mode over Neo, but she made the choice that needs to be made. You need as much assistance as possible to take on Cinder, especially this version of Cinder. Yep.
What happened to Clover?
Yep.
Shut up already!
Yep. I love it because the one thing I will say though is they've set themselves up for this episode to be nothing but action, and yeah, you gotta stop that bomb.
Get out of the way!
Nice! Elm and Vine! Okay, Elm's there.
Please, don't do this. They're still evacuating in Mantle.
Why can't you just let me do my job?
Because you're our friend. And we won't let you go through with this.
Damn. Oh shit.
No!
Christ. Oh God, he's just accepting it. He's just accepting it. Did you guys just luck out? Oh my God. Oh my God, lucky Clover. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit! It's an initiate countdown zeros, yes. Oh my God, and of course RWBY, yep. And Neo's just like, come on. Like, that's the thing, Neo's entire fighting style is just to let you beat yourself. Whoa my God, White Rose versus Neo. Oh. She went into an Atlas portal though. It was explained to me. I actually didn't know this until before, but yeah, there's just one massive Vacua portal. But the Atlas portals you can go in and out of, but once you're in the Vacua portal. Oh, you have to do this for Yang, eh? Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Okay. She didn't go in the pit. I was I really don't want him to go in the pit because I really want them to commit to this Yang thing. Oh my god, it's so weird because I don't want Yang to die, but no, she's not. She's fine. Ruby? Ruby? Okay, yeah, Ruby's fine. Oh, but Crescent Rose isn't! Oh god, Crescent Rose is gone.
The autopilot's locked.
Okay, 30. Oh, that's the autopilot.
There's no time to make it out of the blast range. I've killed us all. I'm sorry.
Jesus, Harriet. Vine, you about to...
No. You can't!
What's Vine gonna do?
If it means saving all of my friends.
Okay, so Vine's gonna die. Damn. And now Harriet's gonna have to live with that regret of her decision. Crow? Crow can just fly away, yeah. So what is Vine gonna do? Is Vine gonna kind of pull a Groot? No, what is he doing? Oh no, he is kind of doing the Groot. That is kind of like the I Am Groot. A little bit of... Oh, Jesus. Alright. Well, that's Vine gone. That's really sad, but not as bad as it could have been. That's one person.
Whatever you
That's on
wanted,
you, Hair.
I hope it was worth it.
Damn! Damn! Ruby! Holy shit, Ruby! Oh, but Cinder. Oh, but no aura! No aura! Oh, is this gonna be the pit moment? Pit. Oh my god.
You should have never threatened me.
Oh shit. Oh shit!
And you should have never...
Oh, but Silver Eyes. Jesus! Ruby. Ruby. There's Penny. There's Blake. Christ. Okay, Blake. Blake, save Ruby. Actually got it. The string is off. And into the void they go! Alright. Interesting that Weiss is still around. Aww.
Man,
Yeah.
Joanna, any huntsman that went through that gate, bring him here.
Jesus. Okay, Weiss is next. The rest of them have all
Figures
gone
that
through.
Shani would be the last one standing, letting all her friends die first.
Jesus, Cinder! Okay, so...
You wouldn't know anything about friends.
Oh, Christ, John! Oh my god, John and Cinder. Oh my god, John, Penny, and Winter... God, I can't talk. John, Penny, and Weiss. Hello, Mommy.
Back.
Yep. Yep. Yep, Salem's back. You seemed excited about that, Cinder. Oh, nice V. And that's Penny gone. Maybe. Winter Maiden. No, Penny!
Penny,
Jean's voice.
just hold on. My semblance.
It's not gonna be enough.
There's not enough time to heal me. She can't get the staff and the power.
Yeah. Holy crap.
There is something you can do.
No, I don't know where the others are, but Weiss will give us time.
Oh god, Weiss.
Choose this one thing.
Oh my god.
Trust me.
Oh my god. Cinder didn't get the chance. Oh my god! Sean is going to kill Penny before Cinder can actually take the power proper. And Penny's gonna pick her the maiden. It's gonna be Winter. It's going to be Winter. Winter's gonna be the Winter Maiden. Holy crap! He did it! Oh my god! He killed her. Oh my god. The afterlife? Oh my god.
Salutations! You made it!
Where...
Yep.
What is this?
Yep.
I thought of you. And here we are.
Oh, Penny.
Yep.
It seemed fitting that it should be you. It was your power, after all.
Yep. Oh, yep.
Penny, you were always the real maiden at heart.
Well, now you
I
are
was
you are
just a
too.
machine,
Oh damn.
following
This
orders.
is so great. Those two had such a great connection in V7. This is so great. There's so much happening. Wow, they did
You
kill
were my
Penny.
friend.
I knew that might happen. Holy shit, Winter is actually the Winter Maiden. It actually
For
happened.
trusting me with this. When you're gone,
I won't be gone.
I'll be a part of you.
I'll be part of you.
Yep. Yep.
good. I'm glad.
Christ. Well, Ironwood's not winning the fight anymore. If he had a chance, it's gone now. Holy crap.
So, the destiny I chose for you has arrived.
You chose nothing.
Yep. And of course, she's going to be an ice potato. Yep. Yep. Yeah, you're screwed, Ironwood. Yeah, no. Winter is so skilled! She just yeeted! Oh my god, is Winter about to just own Cinder? It is Winter. Like, Winter is so skilled. As it is, without maiden powers. Christ!
Where did it go?
That's where it went. Yep. Yep. Well, bow to your new goddess, because Winter, with Winter Maiden powers, is an actual goddess. And we're getting yet another maiden fight. But this girl is a much more experienced warrior. Oh my god, Winter. Yo, and Winter using her semblance, using the semblance, using the maiden power. Oh my god, this is so great. This is just non-stop action. And I refuse to look at the clock. I don't want to know how much time we have left. I think it's got to be close to the end. Dude, I can't believe Weiss didn't fall in the hole. Staff? Oh, they still might. They still might. John and then Weiss. Weiss goes in the hole. There it is. Okay. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, they've all fallen in the hole. To risk the fall and fight forever. And of course she's got the staff. Hello, Salem!
We need to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was
Now.
Salem.
You are going to pay for everything you've done.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Yeah, I think Cinder's like, you know what, I'll take that. I did just kill all of Team RWBY. And that's it! John? John? Oh my god! John! Into the pit! Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus! And Jean into the pit. And Jean joins Team RWBY in the pit. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So Winter's gonna be able to use the maiden powers to clear the storm. Yep. 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 Holy crap, Winter without Weiss. Winter is going to be so... They just ended the volume, didn't they? You did not. Are you kidding me? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Wait, who the hell? Salem? Oh, Cinder, okay. Oh, and he's still alive for now. Oh. And Mommy's here too. Hey, Mommy.
I failed you again, Master. They used the staff to save thousands. Before our allies fell, Neapolitan killed Ruby. And before Ruby and her teammates fell, they used the final question. I couldn't stop them. I couldn't even stop the maiden from escaping without putting the
Look at you
relics in
lying to
jeopardy.
Salem.
Look
at you!
I'm sorry.
Look at you lying and trying to manipulate the queen!
In pursuit of a new world, no cost is too great. You've done well, Cinder.
Yeah.
Our work here is done.
Yeah. And of course Cinder is just like, oh my god. Cinder with the what a dumbass bitch you
The
are.
staff. I assume you rid the world of their creation. What did you create in its stead?
I merely added more flames to the fires of Atlas.
Wow, she killed Watts too! Christ, I mean it makes sense. She killed Neo. She's been manipulating. Look at you try.
And that's checkmate.
Christ, he's still alive. And he's going down with the ship, yep. They're gonna make him go down with the ship, and there goes Atlas falling onto Mansell. We actually get to see it. That's awesome. Jesus. Christ. So this group didn't make it to Vacuo. Christ. Christ, that's actually pretty epic. Christ. Are we gonna see any bodies? Yeah, we really have no idea how... Okay, that's the end of the volume. Holy shit. What do I even say to that episode?
Darkness like me.
Okay. Okay. Normally, I let the credits roll. Okay, let's watch the end credit scene though, and then I'll try and gather my thoughts and see what I have to say. Let's see if there is an end credit scene. So I assume we're gonna see Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang alive. That's my guess here, because we've already seen Salem. Or is this Vacuo? Oh my god, this is literally the afterlife. Isn't it? What the fuck is this? What in the fuck is V9? Okay. So what was the... my main question is, what was the final word? I still don't actually understand the title, though. I don't know what the final word actually was. Okay. So they all fell into the hole. So that did happen. Man, alright. So Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang are alive. Penny died. That's very sad. Divine, I mean, he was cool, but I can't really get that invested. Penny dying. Whew, Penny died. That's really rough. But no, Yang did not. It appears that Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang are somewhere. I don't even know. Like, I literally don't even know. It's really cool too, because if you didn't process it, the last shot of the RWBY Volume 8 OP is the same shot that ended Volume 8, except it's not in the snow, it's in the It's on the beach, but it's the same shot of the scythe on its own, stabbed in. And it's so cool because they did that with like them falling like into the water, and like they did the graphics at the end of the OP. They were that, and then the final graphic of the scythe were foreshadowing what was going to happen, but it had nothing to do with with Atlas. It had to do with, of course, the central location, and then wherever the fuck Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang are. The only thing I can think of is there's no way they died, though. Because I feel like all that build-up just to say they're dead and then they find a way to come back to life just seems way too absurd. So it's got to be, again, either another dimension. Yeah, they either jumped dimensions or like teleported. What the fuck? They actually did the end credit scene where they the four of them ended up all falling in, and Jean, by the way. Jean fell in, so shouts to Jean for actually being the main character. That's so interesting. I'm like so curious how they're going to do V9 now. Like, is V9 going to be dedicated to Ruby, Weiss, Blake, Yang, and Jean? Or is V9 going to be dedicated to Oscar, Emerald, Nora, Ren, and Winter, and like the people from Atlas and Mantle? And the Vacuo characters that get sauced. Because, to be fair, like, the only characters left... Jesus Christ. Neo fell in! Neo is with them! Like, what the fuck? Neo is there! Like, I have to remember, Neo fell in too. So, Jean... Ruby, Weiss, Blake, Yang, Jean, and Neo fell in. Excuse me, what? I mean, I figured if Ruby was falling in, Neo would probably end up getting her revenge and knocking her in, which, I mean, I guess Neo kind of got her revenge, but at the cost of herself. Jesus Christ. Dude, Cinder, she manipulated them. She yeeted Neo. She yeeted Watts. Unfortunately, Watts actually died, though. Christ. Watts is dead. Hazel is dead. Neo is gone. Cinder is literally... It is literally Salem and Cinder, which narratively makes so much sense, but holy shit, it is literally Salem and Cinder. The only other villains that are on Salem's side still are Tyrion and Mercury. Tyrion, Mercury, and Cinder are the only Salem people that are not either out of the picture for God knows how long, and also Neo's just not going to be with Salem anymore after this anyways, dead in the case of Watts and Hazel, or turned face in the case of Emerald. Jesus Christ, this is wild. This is so much. Holy crap. What are they going to do with this? What the fuck are they going to do with this? Now we're going to wait. I remember hearing something about this next volume coming like sooner and being shorter, and I don't know where that came from or if there's any validity to that, but in all likelihood, we're going to be waiting until like November. Maybe even later because of, a few of the delays involved this season, but, let's just say November for V9. And that's cool and all, but like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? Like, what actually even is this show at this point? Like, it's so quite crazy. What the fuck? But yeah, they all fell in. They risked the fall. I hope it was worth it all. Because Ruby, Weiss, Blake, Yang, Jean, and fucking Neo fell in. Cinder's amazing. Cinder. I mean, it's sad that we had to sacrifice Watts in the process, but Watts goes down in the same episode as Ironwood. Feels poetic. I mean, his ultimate goal, he pretty much achieved his ultimate goal. He took down Ironwood. He took down Atlas. It makes sense that his character arc ends there, especially at the hands of Cinder. Cinder made her choices, got her value out of Watts, but she didn't forget what happened. Holy shit, they killed so many characters here. This was a very important episode. This was such a turning point. But it's interesting, too, because you also have Crow, Harriet, Elm, and Robin, who are on a ship. And obviously, I imagine we'll be trying to eventually get to Vacuo. You have Salem and Cinder, who are just chilling, and I don't even know what they're going to do. That'll be interesting to see what they do. Christ, there's so much going on. And obviously, there's all the stuff that's going to go down in Vacuo. But I'm just so curious, like, is V9 going to be about the fucking Void location that RWBY and co are in? Or is V9 going to be about Vacuo? I mean, I don't know why. For me, the idea that we're going to focus on both, to me, feels weird to me. I almost feel like V9 might actually be solely about what's going on with RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang, Jean, and Neo. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. This is going to be so weird. This is really interesting, too, because you also have to consider that, I mean, obviously Crow and company have to travel to Vacuo. Obviously, Tyrion and Mercury are traveling to Vacuo, and we don't know if they're there yet. Winter is the Winter Maiden. Penny died. Jesus Christ, rest in peace, Penny. I adore Penny. You guys know I love Penny. But Winter is such a goddess, and her being the Winter Maiden is pretty amazing. And Cinder is just manipulating the shit out of everyone, including Salem, and I love to see it. I don't know. Either way, I think Salem's impressed, regardless. But, Jesus Christ. I don't even know. Like, the story is just so warped. But, like, in a good way. Like, it's warped in, like, I don't know what they're doing kind of way. And, like, it's so interesting. Because it's, like, the RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang thing, right? Like, and Jean and Neo. Again, I have to keep stressing, Neo fell in the fucking pit. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, I can't get over that. Okay, they actually did the pit thing. Like, this is what most people thought was going to happen based on the OPs, visuals, whatever. Okay, cool. But, like, what does that actually mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, honestly, what does that actually mean? I don't know. That's my answer. I don't know what the fuck this means. Holy crap. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I feel like I can keep going on and on about this. I can't. This is my RWBY Volume 8 finale. It is going up on April 3rd, obviously recorded March 27th when the episode came out. This will wrap up our weekly reaction series to things that I'm just keeping up to, you know, Attack on Titan, RWBY, ReZero. Ironically, this is the first finale I'm recording. I'm going to be recording the ReZero finale probably after dinner, and I'm going to be recording AOT Season 4, Episodes 13 to 16 the next day on Sunday when 16 comes out. But for me, it's the first one. For you guys, it'll be the last one. But it's just focus on the rotation now, starting with April 4th. So tomorrow's videos, we're going to re-upload Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, those pilots. And moving forward, Sundays will be the re-upload day for the foreseeable future. That's the plan. And beyond that, the plan is for unless I'm just posting like a random video, like when I ate a potato or posted the random Hell of a Boss reaction or whatever, unless I'm posting a random reaction or like the April 1st video that you guys got a couple days ago, hopefully. Unless I'm posting a random reaction, the plan is on Sundays is to re-upload old content that was from my previous channels, and the other 6 days of the week to be the rotational videos. And obviously, like the monthly movies and like any other random movies or random things I watch, obviously be mixed in there, but mostly to just be focused on 1 day a week to re-uploads and the other 6 days to primarily the rotation. I don't plan to be doing any of the like live reaction series for a while, so that's kind of the deal right now. But this was really fun. I really enjoyed Volume 8. I don't even know, like, oh man, it probably is my favorite volume. I feel like they definitely did hit us with a lot of sauce at the end that I feel like kind of pumped it up a bit. It's so weird, though, because it's like, I don't know what I think of the Yang and Weiss and Blake and RWBY. I don't know what I think of that. I don't know what it was. Like, that's the thing. They're really leaving us off. Like, obviously, they verified to us that she was alive. And that was the one thing. Like, I knew one way or another. I guess the censor was for Jean killing Penny. Because essentially Penny did ask, like, essentially that was like basically a suicide. It was an assisted suicide, but it was a suicide. It was an assisted suicide. And I assume that's what the death theme warning was for. That makes sense. That's just Christ. John had to fucking kill Penny. That's insane. Jesus. It's crazy too, because they foreshadowed it, because Penny was like, you know, she tried to do that same thing to say, like, kill me and I'll give you the power, Ruby, a couple episodes ago, episode 11. Jesus Christ. Anyways, this was amazing. I loved this episode. So the file should have a little cut there because I went over my like camera limit or whatever right at the end here. I was thinking about going into the outro anyways, but I mean, this was an amazing episode of RWBY. Obviously, I don't know what my future plans are for the series. Like I said, I do eventually want to read the books, and I don't know if I'd make that into some type of videos or something. But especially with us probably being in Vacuo next volume, I say probably because Jesus Christ, who knows what's going on? I mean, all the main characters are in the fucking alien world paradise over here. But I'm so interested in what that. I can't wait to find out what the fuck that is. I swear to God, if that's the afterlife. I swear to God, if that's the afterlife. That would be funny as fuck. But also, like, what the fuck? I don't even know. I really don't even know. But no, I love this episode. I thought this episode was fantastic. And, I don't know. Like, I have mixed feelings. I don't know if like, I'm disappointed that Yang didn't die. I feel like I can't say I'm, like, incredibly surprised, but I think just as, like, a really, like, simplistic thing, I think that the amount of things you could have done with that would have been incredible, but again, you know, they didn't do it, so there you go. I'm glad it was just them all getting knocked into the pit, though, because the only two things to me that, like, made sense were either they all get knocked into the pit, or Yang was dead. I didn't want it to be, like, something where it's, like, afterwards where it's like, oh, man, we gotta save Yang, even though, you know, it clearly looked like she died, but no. They did something that made sense, which is that they just all get yeeted. That was, like, the simplest way to get to that, so I'm glad they went with that. Cinder was insane. Winter's reaction to Weiss's death was amazing. We had Blake's reaction. I mean, there were just so many reactions to people dying, even though most of them were not actually deaths, but Christ. I don't even know. Like, I don't know how hyped I am for I mean, I'm definitely hyped for V9, but, like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know what I think of that episode. Like, I honestly don't. Like, I loved the episode, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is my favorite volume, my second favorite volume. I think it has to be my favorite volume because I loved it so much. And I thought episode 12 was kind of weird. Then episode 13 was so good. And then this episode was amazing too. And there was so much good in it. They killed one of my favorite characters. They killed two of my favorite characters. Jesus Christ, they killed Watts and Penny. Christ. Cinder just fucked everyone. It's literally just Cinder and Salem, and then, you know, Mercury and Tyrion are chilling. I love how Mercury and Emerald are two of the last remaining, like, villains that, like, have survived through this whole fucking show. I fucking love that, because I love Mercury and Emerald. Can't wait for that to go somewhere in V9. Maybe. Assuming V9 does have Vacuo, which I'm sure it will. But I don't know. Like, I'm really struggling as to what my thoughts on this volume are. Like, I don't know what the fuck I think of that ending. I really don't. Like, I thought the episode was amazing, but I don't actually know if I loved the ending, hated the ending, liked the ending. I'm sure I have some feelings. I don't even know. Like, I literally don't know. It's so weird. I think the pacing, I will say, I actually really like the pacing of this episode because this episode was nonstop action. This episode was just like frenetic pacing and just nonstop badass action. I loved that. I thought that was awesome. But like, holy fuck. This episode was insane. This episode was so insane. This episode might have been more insane than the last one when you take out the fact that, like, last one, it was like, oh, did Yang die? Whereas with this one, it's like, oh, the other 3 fell into the pit. So obviously, they didn't die. But Jesus Christ, Jean killed Penny. What the fuck? Honestly, that's the craziest thing that happened. Christ. I mean, Watts dying is super sad too, though. Jesus. Ironwood going down with the ship as well. Ironwood and Watts going down with Atlas is very poetic. Cinder, holy shit, I love Cinder. Cinder just fucking beasted and feasted on my ass. Like, Cinder, fucking Christ, Cinder. It's so funny, too, because I feel like most people bought it. And I remember saying, I don't know if I believe this, but she's playing the game. And sure enough, she was playing the game. She plays it well. That's legitimately the case at this point. Holy crap. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was amazing. I don't know what to say. I loved the episode, but I'm still at a loss as to what... I kind of want to give my overall thoughts on V8, but I'm really struggling here. I don't know what my overall feelings on this volume are. Atlas fell. Atlas is fucked. Mantle is fucked. Some people got yeeted, but, you know, overall, a lot of people got away, so it wasn't too bad in that sense. It's weird, right? It's like a weird, like... I can't even... You're hard-pressed to call this even a Pyrrhic victory, especially because Cinder also got the... Like, Penny died, Cinder got the... Salem has the staff and the lamp, so she is now halfway to the end game. Like, she gets all 4, that's the end game of the series. If she gets all 4, she now has 2. And now you might say it took her 8 volumes to get 2, but I don't think it's going to take her 8 volumes to get the other 2. Maybe like 4. But, I don't know. It's so wild. I'm so curious where this is going. Like, the Vacuo stuff, I was so excited for the Vacuo stuff. Like, I was so excited for Vacuo. And now it's like this weird place where it's like, I am really excited for Vacuo, but none of the main characters are actually going to Vacuo anytime soon. What the Dude, Neo. For the love of God, Neo went in the void with Jean, RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang. What the fuck? Christ, Winter is so good, by the way. Winter is such a goddess. Holy shit. I will very much willingly simp for Winter. What the fuck? What the fuck is V9? What the actual fuck? I'm so curious. I mean, this was one of my favorite seasons. See, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I really wanted this to kind of be like a whole Yang is dead like deal, but like I'm so curious what they're doing with this Void situation that I'm just so curious what that's going to be about. Like I'm so curious. Huh. Well, that's it for RWBY for like months now. So I mean, possibly even the rest of the year, although I imagine V9 will come out, like I said, probably in November. But, I mean, excluding the soundtrack, of course. Soundtrack will obviously come out before V9. Very excited to hear the soundtrack. Very excited to hear the end credits theme. Now I think the end credits theme might be a Penny song. I feel like a Penny song would make a lot of sense, because Penny was the... I mean, we have now fully solidified Penny's death. Brought her back just to stab us in the gut again. Only this time I like Penny a lot more. And she had a much... I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. She got ripped apart in V3, and somehow this might have been more tragic, because John had to fucking stab her. Christ almighty. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't think anything more is going to come out of me. I really don't know what to say. This was such a weird finale in a really good way. I feel like the action of this finale was structured beautifully. This finale was so much action, just kept going. There were 2 like different moments where I thought the episode had ended and then it just didn't. And then the end credit scene was all the tease you need. I'm so curious. Like, it's so weird. Like, because, like, I was so excited for Vacuo, but it's hard not to... Like, there's no way I cannot be more curious by whatever the hell happened to Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way I cannot be more curious about that. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, actually, where the fuck are they? Like, honestly. Like, it's literally, like, it's either another dimension, another planet, or I guess it could be the past or the future. No. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's either a space thing, it's a time thing, or it's a death thing. So it's like, literally, they're like, it's another planet. Probably not. It's another dimension. Maybe? The only reason I say another dimension is because, again, Raven would hypothetically maybe be able to save them from another dimension. Maybe. There is the Raven ace in the hole. Maybe. And then there's just death. Did they just die? Like, is that what just happened? Did they just die? I'm so curious. I really don't know. It's got to be either another dimension or death, right? Like, there's nothing else that makes sense. Maybe it's a purgatory, but it had more of a heaven vibe than a purgatory vibe. Like, my gut reaction was that they actually did die, and that was like a weird afterlife place. I don't know. What the fuck? Are we really exploring the afterlife of RWBY? And seriously, if we're really exploring the afterlife of RWBY, how the fuck are they getting back? What the... I mean, I'm excited for V9. I mean, I knew I was going to be excited for V9, but, wow. I don't know. That was insane. I mean, so much happened in that, but I'm still stuck on what's going to happen next. But, like, in that actual episode, we talk about what actually happened. Like, that episode was amazing. And, like, Watts' death was, like, so oof and so, like, perfect. Ironwood's death was perfect. Penny's death, Jesus. Winter being the Winter Maiden, I love that. I love the way that the heroes played this. I love the way Cinder played this. Like, oh, there was so much in that episode. And I'm impressed. Like, that was the thing. Like, I wasn't going to say that they didn't have enough time until they showed it. And they, all things considered, they wrapped it up pretty well, in my opinion. And we're set up for V9 in really interesting ways. Jesus Christ. I guess we'll find out what happens. But like I said, the next time we do a RWBY reaction, it will probably be the Volume 8 soundtrack. I don't know for sure. Like I said, I do want to read the books at some point. But it will probably be the Volume 8 soundtrack, which probably won't be for quite a while. Last year it was really late, but even in general, it takes like a few months for that to come out after the volume ends. So it's going to be a while for that, I assume. But anyways, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day. I'll see you next time in another video. Me and RWBY Volume 8 also signing out with me, of course. Besides the soundtrack, of course. Yeah, if you guys, I obviously react to a bunch of anime, I react to some cartoons, all various different things, and, go around and you have a Patreon if you want to support me, vote for movie polls, and sometimes even what series I'll do, all the various fun stuff. But anyways, Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.